Hey there, sweetness. How goes it? I do hope that it goes well. Quick name of the game: if there's anything that is connective to this collective, that's beautiful. I invite you to take that shit with you. If, however, nothing here resonates, that's alright. You just leave it right where you fucking found it. It's probably a piece of information that was meant for somebody else in the collective, and you should never take something off the table, or in general, that does not belong to you. Please keep in mind, excuse me, time may be fluid as well as energy, and let's get into it, shall we? Oh yes. Yes, we fucking shall. What are we getting into? Messages for the collective. Messages for the homies. Welcome home. Please do the tribe a favor. Make sure you get those likes up on your way in or your way out. I'm not too finicky. Spirit of love, truth, grace, and guidance, please guide myself, guide these messages, guide this collective. Please guide us all, always, always. Thank you. So, as I was getting ready for the live, a video came up on the background that or a song came up in the background that I've never heard before. So I believe that this is channeled for you guys. So I'm gonna get myself a little more cozy. It is Bryce Savage, Inside of Her Head. Inside her head. And she lives inside of her head. Thoughts are stuck on loop while she's lying in bed, and she had to learn to forgive because she's been through some things that are hard to forget. Love to you. Hi everyone. Welcome home, homies. Super thankful to see you all here. Alright, so the first cards that I just shuffled were musical chairs, some more channeled songs for y'all. You guys have It's Not About Who's Wrong as Long as It Feels Right. Don't Think Those Stars Won't Align. Godsmack. Under Your Scars. And you guys have I Will Wait for You till the sun turns into ashes and bows down to the moon. We were never meant to run forever. We were just meant to go long enough to find what we were chasing after. I believe I found it here. And the song is In Your Love. Tyler Childers. Thank you. I am in Maine. I appreciate the comment about beautiful. Thank you. I feel like I'm in my jammies and ready for bed, but we're going to come on and see what the homies are up to, because whatever. You guys have shoulds and do's. Along with seeing clearly. We'll get more cards to see what this energy is all about. I feel like I'm going to grab another deck. Feeling very cramped in here right now, moving things around. Her mind is filled with things that she can't seem to forget. She wants to spread her wings, so she had to learn to forgive herself for everything that happened. I'm getting an energy of sadness, but it's not even quite that. It's sometimes in our day-to-day, the people that we see in our everyday life, we can feel so very fucking lonely, even surrounded by them. But we're not alone, truly, most especially when we know who we are and we like who we are. Part of that song was talking about not being able to stand being the only one in the house, the only one home. Not to say that it's not okay to feel lonely and want some connection. I mean, come on, I come on and say, welcome home, homie, to you guys at every reading, right? Because it's like, it's good to have connection. It's good to, absolutely. But also, on the days that new readings aren't put out by me or other readers that you guys watch, on the day that, you know, nobody comes over, nobody calls, nobody, nothing. Like, are you okay with yourself? Sitting there with yourself? It's a question for some. Trying to decide which deck I'm going to grab. A lot of you are tired of feeling like you're being treated like an object as an object falls. For the collective, what do the homies need at this time? What does the collective need at this time? Temperance in the reverse. Anything else? The Star. Can we please stop telling each other what to do and what not to do? That's not what we're here for. It's one thing to offer advice to those seeking advice in that specific area or field, or that are open to all advice, but I'm not open to advice on what anyone thinks about my smoking, swearing, using tarot, magic, any of the things. Like, okay. This speaks of things connected with churches, religions, sex, priesthood, sexes and like sectors, sects, priesthood, something about an unfortunate combo, disunion, competing interests. Loss, theft, privation, and abandonment. Background, I know what's up and what went down up in room 432. You fucking son of a bitch. Somebody... Ooh, gross. Ew. Why do we always get lineups like this, guys? Someone was very darky narky in their energy, and they're like, oh, I see this person here. This person looks like they have a lot of scars, a lot of battle wounds. They've been through a lot of shit, so it's a good chance that life has beaten them down. Just like, you know, life has beaten this person down, or this person beat themselves down. I don't know. But I just got their pride beat them down. Something about, oh, I see you. I'm going back to this Godsmack, under your scars. Someone's like, I see you. I see all your scars, all your battle wounds, and I bet that, you know, life has broken you down, so you will be pretty easy for me to finish breaking and put you into place where I want you to be. There's a lot of I'm not even going to call it like runner chaser energy, because it's really just abandonment, and like I'm going to groom you into behaving and doing what I want by giving you silent treatment, by gray rocking, by abandoning, failing to stand by. Someone left someone, and it was like a game, okay? And they figured that the person that they took off on, the person they abandoned, is going to be right there waiting for them, and things to align again. Whoever was left, whoever was abandoned, they're seeing things clearly. They're seeing exactly what they should and shouldn't do. And although they hate what they have to do, they hate it. They hate the outcome of not doing it even more. Whoever this was that was preying on someone, a fucking predator, they have competing interests with the person that they're preying upon. And those competing interests stand to cost the person that was abandoned as a game everything. But this person doesn't see this person's everything as being anything. And that's why it's so easy. That's why. If you are resonating with being this energy, someone wanting to take your everything and looking at it as it's nothing, a song for you, and it may trigger something, it may make you cry, but it's I Would've by Jessie Murph. I would've loved you for the rest of your life. I'm seeing clearly now that you don't love me. And then it's going to come down to the person that was playing all the games and doing all the abandoning and all the bullshit. They're going to see clearly exactly what they had and dumped out. Acted like it was nothing. This triggers both of these parties. Which way is the question? Messages for the collective. What do the homies need at this time? Some of you need to start paying more attention to your body and what it's trying to tell you, because it's literally telling you everything you need to know. Messages for the collective. I just started getting the quote about be cautious about those who feel like home when home was never a safe place to be. Messages for the collective, please. Thank you. This song, Take a Visit to the Past, Triggered by Sky Daddy. She was just talking about the devil, scars all down the back, and then this halo and horns. Are some of you afraid to be triggered? Hi there, Beneficent. I hope I said that right. Are some of you afraid to feel? Are some of you afraid to think back? Are some of you afraid to remember the things that trigger you and why they trigger you? If you are, how are you ever going to heal it? I'm going to read from the book, though. Set this card up so you guys can see. What number was that? 35. Something about learning balance from crisis. Learning to stay balanced when feeling crisis. I'm going to bring that up closer, actually. Bewitched. The keywords: you're under a spell, obsession, addiction, conditioning. The tarot companion, the devil. So there's definitely something in that song triggered, because for that to be playing, talking about the devil, this card came up. Okay. Temptation can feel a lot like being under a spell. You know you shouldn't do it, yet you can't help yourself. And you continue to make bad choices, even when it doesn't feel good. You're ashamed, or you feel as though your power slips away with every act of self-sabotage. If you guys are inquiring anything about money, Bewitched appears when you are too focused on material pursuits or get-rich-quick schemes. You may be sacrificing your beliefs to reach goals of a certain status or level of achievement. However, continuing to do so will come at great personal cost. If you guys are inquiring about a career, pulling this card is a clear sign that you're in a poor environment and giving far more than you're receiving. If you guys are inquiring about love, you may find yourself pursuing shallow people and relationships. It could be you have cut yourself off from discovering true, deep, meaningful connections, even though that is what you truly desire. In general, this card represents a victim mentality and a need to blame others for your choices. You can change things at any time you choose, but have not taken responsibility for your role in your circumstances. The song that's on in the background, You Broke Me First, and one of the companion cards here is the Broken Branch. I'm going to read this. Giving into pressure comes at a great sacrifice to your spiritual well-being and could lead to heartbreak. I was having a conversation today about blood pressure and healthful relationships, and when you're in toxic relationships, it can raise your blood pressure and literally shorten your life. When you're in healthy relationships, it can lower your blood pressure and longer your lifespan, lengthen your lifespan. I just did a final project for my sociology class, and I did it on domestic violence as a social problem, problems in the family. Did you guys know that 1 in 3 women will experience domestic violence in their life, and 1 in 4 men? Something like 20 offenders per minute. It's awful. Be mindful of the way that you relate to others and the way that others relate to you. take a peek at the emotions running through the collective. Goodness gracious, that is not good. A family member of mine has heart stuff. I do believe it's, what is it? Drawing a blank, and I know it. It's not arrhythmia. It's, I'll think of it, but they use pomegranate for heart health. I don't know if that is something that you could look into. Don't take my advice like I'm a medical person or anything, but pomegranate's supposed to be good for the heart, I do believe. Blood pressure. Spiritual gifts. Something you guys are working on, honing in on. Song that just came on in the background, Devil in Her Eyes. So there is something in these songs that needs to be heard for someone. I just got that some of you are coming to realize that you're okay being the villain in some people's story, as long as it means putting an end to that fucking story or that chapter. Yes, pomegranate is supposed to be very, very healthy and helpful. Bad news bears when it comes to putting an end to bullshit. Can't make this up. It's almost like there are these people that villainize you because you're spiritual. They villainize you because they can't trick you. They villainize you because you are not easy to manipulate. You are not easy to force into submission. You are not easy to force into some type of obsession. It is not simple for them to put you under some sort of fucking spell. Okay? And that's real bad news for them. Because all the times that they've tried, it's almost like I'm seeing like those vampire movies, and the vampires are able to like look at people and control their minds and make them do and say stuff. But every once in a while, you'll get the person that has either taken some kind of, herb or something, or their mind's too powerful, or there's something special about them that the vampire wasn't able to do the mind control, but the person still saw that the vampire or person or whatever it was trying to do that to them. Like they were trying to manipulate me. And sometimes the people go along with it and they're like, oh, yes, yes, I will do what you say, yes. But in their mind, they're like, oh my God, like, I'm not actually hypnotized. I know what this is. I'm just going along with this so I can get out of this situation. Like, somebody's real upset at the good vibes that are coming. It's bad news to them. And again, they villainized you for your spiritual gifts, and little do they know, some of you are absolutely willing to be seen as that villain because you know that you're not truly, unless you let them keep pulling this shit. Get you guys a closing oracle, and I gotta get out of here. Closing guidance for the collective. Thank you. Appreciation. This landed in the reverse on top of all this. These people didn't appreciate you. You don't appreciate their shit anymore. It's time to move on to things that are worthy of your appreciation. Like the little things in life. Take one day at a time. Allow yourself time to just be. Feel blessed and proud with how far that you have come. I love you, homies. Thank you for being here. Thank you for getting those likes up. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for checking out the homepage. Thank you for checking out my books. Thank you for your donations, especially with Christmas time coming up. I am, one lady taking care of a kid, so any donation helps. I appreciate you guys. Bless you. Have a good evening until we speak again. Good morning, afternoon, whatever it is in your corner of the universe. Love you guys.